Saturday, October 4th, 2025. I'm driving right now onto 395 North. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut. And I'm going to head up to... Basically, I'm going to try to record... I mean, it's early October, but I'm going to try to get on video some of the foliage areas that have nice fall foliage. I mean, it's early. Got a motorcycle going by me on the left. It's supposed to hit 80 degrees today, or even slightly higher, and that's a little unusual for October, but it's early. I'm going to go on a scenic route. I think it goes through Lisbon, Canterbury, maybe Brooklyn. It's whatever. I mean, I have it in my mind. I'm not an expert with the names of the roads and everything, but I'll try to identify everything as I get up there. Again, 395 North right now. And we will just proceed from here and hope that we get some decent foliage in. I'll be doing more drives when the foliage gets better, but I mean, I'm going more north, so in theory, the more north you go, the better the foliage will be at this point in time. Let's see if that pans out. I mean, it's not 100% crystal clear. It's sunny. There's some, I would say, wispy clouds up there, but not much. I mean, this thing could bring me through Plainfield. I'll find out when I get there. But again, the goal, at least theoretically, is foliage. What does it look like early October in this part of Connecticut? We're going to find out. Seems to be a decent amount of traffic on 395. But it's Saturday, so yeah, you know, people are going places. You know, as I look in the distance, this is early days for foliage, at least right here. Wow, there's a dead deer, decapitated dead deer back there. But these are early days for foliage. There's some in this area, but again, the more north we go, the better the potential. I mean, at some point, peak foliage, very short window, I'll try to grab some footage of this area. Now, I imagine if you go north, maybe New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, upstate Massachusetts, I would assume the foliage is, you know, the colors are better right now at that latitude. You know, there's maps and things online. This website's dedicated to nothing but autumn foliage, and is it peak, is it post-peak, pre-peak, whatever. I mean, there's people that are really into it big time. I've been to New Hampshire the past couple of years around this time, literally a year ago and a couple of years ago. And yes, I talked to people and they said it's peak foliage and all this, and it looked incredible. I'm on South Burnham Highway right now, Lisbon, Connecticut. But, the folks up there, peak foliage. And then the crowds, I mean, it's kind of wild. When we were there, there was a good, decent amount of people, for sure. But when we left, I mean, we got out of there in time, but it was the most ridiculous amount of traffic I've ever seen. These are small towns. These are very low population towns up there. Lincoln, New Hampshire. All right, we're crossing into the Newent section. Still Lisbon, but Scenic Road, next 32 miles. I'm not going to do 32 miles. This area that I'm in right here, this exact location, I did a video last week, if you want to a week ago today. If you want to check it out, it's pretty cool, in my opinion. I mean, I was happy with it. Let's put it that way. All right, so now we are on 169. We're going to be crossing into Canterbury. This road looks, I think this is brand spanking new. They've been doing a lot of nice repaving of roads all over, at least eastern Connecticut. Yeah, you can see to the left there is some nice foliage. The trick is, like, some of the trees are empty. I mean, you'll come across trees with zero leaves. All the leaves fell off, and other ones that have no color at all. So I guess it's better to do these drives. I mean, not that I can do them as often as I want to, and some of it is weather permitting, obviously, but we're in a drought right now. We're in a severe drought, according to what I was reading today, in this part of Connecticut. But, I mean, look at these nice winding roads. This is Connecticut stuff you see in magazines and beautiful country roads. So yeah, we're not going to have peak foliage by any means today, but we're going to get some beginnings of beautiful colors changing over. But again, the timing between having no leaves at all, having great color, having some trees that haven't turned at all is tricky. In the perfect world, I would do one of these drives once every, I would say, 4 days or something along those lines. I am so lucky to have this brand new road. I mean, this road, I think, was put in, like, I'm going to say this year. That's how, I was up here recently, and this road was not as flawless as this thing. So this is brand new. I don't know how far it extends, but I'll certainly take it. That nice yellow line down the middle against the backdrop of the blue sky and the nice colors of the leaves is impressive. Now this is North Burnham Highway. I look to the left and right. There's little ponds and occasional stream. Harvest Road to the right. I mean, again, this is not my territory. Oak Drive to the right. I think this is Canterbury, Connecticut, as opposed to Lisbon that we're in back there. I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but I think... I'm pretty sure it's Canterbury. So I have a vehicle right now, a truck, that is starting to creep up very close to my bumper. Okay, this is... Okay, now we're crossing into Canterbury. It's incorporated 1703. So this is Canterbury, Connecticut. I'm going to try to shake this guy off, unless he turns somewhere. Because I don't want to be speeding and flying up these roads. I want to go at a decent rate of speed. Alright, here's a... This guy's going to be thrilled I'm turning. But this is just a Douglas drive. I'm just going to go up here and turn around. Just to shake this guy off. I mean, to me, it's just me and him on the road. You get the whole, you know, wide open. And what does the guy do? He's right on my bumper. I mean, what's the point of it? That's, you know what that is? That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. In my humble opinion. And it's dangerous. If I slam the brakes on because a deer runs out in front of me, then the guy's going to bash into me. Not cool. All right, back on 169. This is South Canterbury Road. There is a church to my left. What is it called? God's Garden. I think, if I'm a quick glance over to that sign, I think it said God's Garden. All right, so let's see. This new road continues. See, like that left there. What's up there? That's intriguing. Someday I'll have to do that. But for now, we're going to stick to the classics. The beautiful, scenic Canterbury, Connecticut. I mean, there are trees to the right. There's a tree over there, no leaves on it. So that's the... On the left, too, you get some very sparse leaves up there, so we missed that. Man, some heavy equipment back there. All right, let's see. Now, this road is no longer as perfect as the other one. It's in very good shape. But the other one was literally, you know, it was put in, I would say, within a month or two, because the last time I was up there, it wasn't there. So whoever did it, fantastic job. We just crossed over Newton Brook. Wow, there's a big white birch tree. That's the biggest birch tree I've seen in a while. I can't remember seeing one that big. It's kind of a sensitive tree, the birch tree. They can definitely die out pretty easily. You know, there's roadside vegetable stands, and now they're selling pumpkins and squash. This is definitely the season for pumpkins. As we cruise up the road to an almost perfectly blue sky. Not 100% flawlessly blue, but close. 12:31 p.m. right now. So Looks like some form of a gravel business over here. To my right. I don't see a name. I don't see a sign. Yeah, this mountains of gravel. Straight ahead, you got your classic New England style barn construction converted into a Bergeron automotive. A very old cemetery to my right. I'm going to pull over very, very briefly if I can right here. All right, I just let that guy pass me. He's speeding. Now there's a scenic, visuals right now. Kit Brook. So we just crossed over Kit Brook. Wow. Got another guy right on my tail. This must be people that live around here are used to the road, and rather than do the speed limit, they exceed it greatly, and they're probably not that worried about getting pulled over by the police because I don't think this area is monitored too heavily, if at all. If I see a little spot that I can pull over, I definitely will, to let this guy fly by me. Still on South Canterbury Road. All right, we got a sign coming up here. What is this? The sign says Canterbury. Well, we were already in Canterbury, but I guess they're just reminding us. Oh, good. All right, I'm coming to the four corners up here. I'm going to cross. I'm just going to double back a little bit. Good. This guy, he's finally going to disappear. I'm just going to go back there for a second. What is this? Better value. Right there. Small grocery store. All right, Dunkin' Donuts over there. Across the street we have the, I believe, Prudence Crandall house right there. But I think there's a church up there I want to catch. Prudence Crandall Museum. That's that property directly across the street. It's a little tricky getting out of here because, I mean, not that you would think there'd be a lot of traffic on this road, but there is a consistent stream non-stop stream of traffic. And I'm essentially out in the middle of, nowhere. I mean, it's not nowhere, but this is not a highly populated area. So let's see if I can swing out here. Is it going to be worth the trouble? Because I saw a church back here I kind of don't want to miss. I think it's a church. Yeah, wow, what a beautiful, oof. All right, I got to get up here with my stills camera. I'm going to take a left onto Library Road. hopefully nobody else is coming around here. I'm trying to get that church in. I hope it's there. I mean, the lighting is... It would be better earlier in the morning. The lighting would be perfect, depending on the day. Wow, here's another old church right there, I think. What does it say? Green Center District Schoolhouse. That's a little schoolhouse right there. I'm going to back up. We'll get a side view of this church right there. It's not as good as the front view, but there's nothing I can do. There's no way, unless I go on private property, I would have to back into somebody's driveway on that street. That's not worth it. I mean, it's not worth the danger factor. And plus the fact that I don't own the property. Cool older homes around here. Really cool older homes. I mean, colonial stuff. If I can back into this guy's driveway, I mean, this would be an insane move right here. I mean, insane. We can get a look at that church. Well, the tree's kind of blocking a little bit. Best I can do. Actually, let me go up this side. All right. I don't want to drive on the grass. Hopefully we got that church in, but there's some classic New England style, church situation we got going there. And I'm just going to turn around up here. We can get the side shot of that old schoolhouse right there in the back of the church. And actually, we'll get a look. I got lucky here. We'll get a look at the Prudence Crandall house to the right. That's a museum. And also to the left, hopefully, I have this wide lens on, that red. I don't see the age of that. That could be on the grounds of Prudence Crandall Museum. Okay. So I'm going to take a right here. All right, so we got a couple of decent views of some historic properties. Frink Park is back there to my left, if that rings a bell with anybody. I'm on Lovell Lane right now, Lovell. I'm going to be crossing, let's see, Plainfield. Okay, so I'm in Plainfield right now. That bridge puts me in Plainfield, Connecticut. It said Plainfield, and now there's a sign back there that says Plainfield 3 miles. Seems a little confusing, but... Okay, so this is Canterbury Road. This is a foliage-rich area. If things were peak right now, it'd be... And it would be also better to go out either earlier in the morning or in the, an hour and a half prior to sunset. But then, the filming wouldn't be as good on this setup that I have here, so some compromises have to be made. Okay, now it says I'm crossing into Plainfield again, so make of it what you will. I would assume now that I'm 100% positive that I'm in Plainfield. I've never done a comprehensive drive around Plainfield before because I would have to map that out and figure things. I'm totally unfamiliar with Plainfield. I've never spent any time. I mean, I had a gentleman up here that used to work on my cars and things like that, but that was just, basically drop the thing off, pick it up, go home. It was not a situation with me driving around, getting to familiarize myself with homes and churches, schools, different landmarks or whatever. We're seeing some different colors. All right, what is this sign? Town of Plainfield. All right, this is something here. Plainfield Memorial School. All right, this could mean something to somebody. Seems like a beautiful, relatively modern school. There it is. Right there, Plainfield Memorial School. Very good. I like to get the landmarks. I like to get things that might matter to people. People used to go here to this school. Now, what is this? Plainfield Central School. Interesting. Plainfield Central Middle School. All right, so you get your middle school right next to the other. Right next to the other school. Okay, now this is going to put us back onto, I think it was Canterbury Road, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Canterbury Road. It is 77 degrees. As we cruise around Plainfield. Wow, that's a really cool, I don't know what it is, little building to the right there. I'm not sure if I should go left, right? Maybe I'll go. I'm gonna have to go. This better be a four-way stop. If it is, or a three-way stop. If it isn't, I'm in trouble. All right, let's go down this way. Eventually, I'm gonna have to do a comprehensive plane. I don't know about comprehensive, but I'll try to cover more of the side roads. I'll put that on my list. I'm on Railroad Avenue right now as I go over these train tracks. Plainfield police car over there. Daybreak's Diner. There's a church straight ahead. Mini Mart over here. Citizens Bank to my left. And I'll cruise straight ahead. Another beautiful church back there. If I took a left, that would bring me to Central Village. If I take a right, that brings me to Jewett City. So we're going to do that. This isn't going to be the longest drive. I'm not doing a 2-hour marathon, 2.5-hour marathon today. I wanted to grab a little bit of foliage back there. Alright, so this seems more of a business district in Plainfield. Let me turn down here. Why am I turning down here? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll see if my instincts are right. Again, I'm far from an expert on Plainfield, but there might be, yep, there it is, a tank. I want to try to get that tank in. Actually, let me go up here a little bit. This is you got to get these guys in. Gus's Pizza. I'll just turn around at Gus's Pizza right here. Right here. Landmark in Jewett City, or Plainfield, that's been there, I don't know, decades, as long as I can remember. I mean, that's going way, way back. I don't know when it was established, but it's right there. All I can say is I've eaten there a number of times, and the food is excellent. Pizza, I mean, 100%. You go in there, you can't miss. Let me take a left. I want to, if I can get a look at that tank somehow with this camera. It's a veterans, there it is, VFW post. Let me swing on this. You know what, I don't know what this is, a parking lot or something over here. It looks like another school. What is this? Welcome to, I mean, I'm doing this. Okay, this is Plainfield Town Hall right there. So there's another landmark right there. Cool looking building. But I want to grab that. I'm going to go by that tank as close as I can. Slip right by, right there. I don't know the type of tank. If you do, let me know. It's a small tank. There's a lot of beautiful buildings in Plainfield. I mean, there's beautiful buildings all over Connecticut. And Plainfield is absolutely no exception. Okay, so here's a side view. Let's get a side shot of that tank. I mean, I'm covering as much tank as I possibly can here. VFW post 5446. I can't read this tiny lettering. I'm trying to read the name of the tank, or the model, or the style, or whatever. If you know, drop me a line. I'd be interested. Seems to be some kind of athletic fields to my right over here. Playgrounds, basketball court, track. I see a big smokestack to my right. It may be an abandoned factory, I don't know. This is Community Avenue, if that rings a bell. I kind of want to get down, get a look at that factory. Okay, I'm turning into Scenic Imaging Systems, that building right there. I don't know what the factory is, well, is or was. I don't know if it's occupied, but it's something that I would consider a landmark. Right there. Wow, that's cool. All right, this is super bonus material right here. Let me get as close as I can to this thing. Didn't even know this was here, okay? I mean, I've lived in Norwich my whole life, but I never knew this really cool factory, old, whatever it was, mill or whatever. Guys, I'm counting on you. Somebody out there, fill me in. It's 12:52 p.m. right now as I work my way out of here. So that's a significant building back there. I don't know is this a dead end? I mean, seems like a train straight ahead. I don't, it's a stopped train. I mean, that's not something you see every day as you're driving along. So I'm going to have to turn around, obviously. I can't get past this point unless this road continues. Well, I mean, this is called, what is this thing? Community Road Extension. I don't have any idea where I am. I can't, I gotta turn around. This is Lathrop Road Extension. I don't know what the heck is back here. I mean, I could be getting into some really... Yeah, this is... It's almost like a industrial area of some kind. I'm completely unfamiliar with this. MK Wood Cabinetry Vaporizer LLC. That's a sign back there. All right, maybe this will bring me out of here. You go out on a Foliage style drive and you end up looking at some other really cool, one-of-a-kind, old factories and back roads and tanks and stuff. I mean, it's just, you never know what you're going to run into. Okay, now I'm on Norwich Road. I got St. John Cemetery to my right. Other buildings to the left, large structure of some kind. I'm going to be going over Mill Brook right now. If I'm not mistaken, there's another important landmark up here. I could be wrong. Let's see if memory serves me here. Again, this is not my... I do not consider this my stomping grounds. But as I slow down and look for this landmark that I'm thinking might be down here, seems to be some business. Motorsports Nation, highway campers for sale. There it is. Hank's Dairy Bar. To the left, right there. If you can see it, I got a car coming. Right there. I'm just going to turn around. They got clam cakes today. Chowder. Anyways, I was just glad to grab a quick shot of that. And what is down here? Happy Jack's Bikers Welcome Sports Bar to the right there. And hopefully we can absorb some foliage right now. Fall foliage. Norwich Road. As we cruise down the road, you know, you get your barns, your legendary... Oh wow, Hopeville State Park. If I took a left, I'm not going to go down there today. I've done that before. I want to do a more, maybe on the ground. I want to walk around down there with a video camera. Building to the right appears to be abandoned. What was that? Handcraft something. I don't know. I couldn't really make out the sign very well. KH Equipment to the right. Heavy equipment, farm equipment, things like that. And the road kind of opens up a little bit here. The land, obviously, to my left has all been cleared. Okay, a couple of signs up here. Jewett City straight ahead, Canterbury if I took a right. So, okay, now we're crossing into Canterbury. We're back in Canterbury right now, according to that sign back there. Now there is a sign that says Griswold. Okay, so now we're crossing into Griswold. So we were in Canterbury, Plainfield, Canterbury, and Griswold, all in the matter of probably 10 seconds, maybe less than 10 seconds. Plainfield Road. That's the road. Right. That's kind of funny. You know, now we're in Griswold, but it's Plainfield Road. But it's all good. Another big mound of dirt to my right, so it's probably another company that, you know, topsoil, or it could be a certain type of soil. There's a pawn shop to my right. wetlands to my left. The pond, I don't know the name of it. But if you do, please let me know. That would be interesting. Route 12. Plainfield Road. Route 12, Plainfield Road. That's where we are right now. Okay, we just passed into Jewett City, so right now we are in the borough of Jewett City. This is North Main Street. So this is going to bring us right through Jewett City, you know, downtown. I got to keep my eyes open here. This is a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Very bright. I'm not sure how this video is going to come out. And this particular portion of the video due to the brightness. I mean, it's blinding right now. To me, at least the reflections off the cars parked on the side of the road there. All right, so you got Main Street coming up right here. Jewett City. Dean's Diner right there. Dean's Corner Diner. And I have comprehensive coverage of Jewett City. Just look on my YouTube channel. There's several videos. 79 degrees according to the bank. My car says 77, but it's close enough. So Main Street, Jewett City, right here. But again, if you really want to see a lot of Jewett City, check out the several other videos that I have. We're going over the Patchogue River right now. This bridge. And we're going to be crossing into Lisbon right now. So now we're in Lisbon. I think now we're over the Quinnebog River, I believe. And I'm going to work my way back to where I started this video, but I'm going to go grab some more of this potential autumn foliage. This is Newent Road. So I'm circling back to where I began this journey. I'll end it where I started, or as close as I can. I began the drive when I was just turning on to 395 in the Norwich town section of Norwich on West Town Street. So I'm not going to be able to get to the exact location, but that's fine. We'll get close enough. Go under this little train bridge right here. I've been told big trucks get stuck under here periodically. There's a sign over there, classic Connecticut, horse crossing. People ride horses around here on trails. Alright, so we're back in the Newent section, according to that sign back there, of Lisbon. Route 169. Take a left, Route 169 south. And again, I did a video right here on the ground. Totally different, not a driving video. Just scenic, you know, shots and ambient sound. It came out, again, in my personal opinion, I was very happy with the final product. Lisbon Meadows Park, they have disc golf up there. So I'm back on South Burnham Highway. On the brand spanking new road that was literally just thrown down, I would say within, I'm guessing, within the last month or two. Stilly's Automotive over there, Lisbon Auto Sales to the right. I bought my first car there. I'm getting back on 395. See if we can see any changes in the colors of the foliage in this area. Preston Allen Road, that bridge up above. The Lisbon Incinerator straight ahead. That big smokestack. Driving over the Shetucket River right now. "79 degrees. .395 south. Canterbury Turnpike directly ahead, that bridge above. Yeah, the sky is crystal clear right now. Lawler Lane, the bridge above, that's being completely redone. A lot of bridge work around here lately, but that one right now is under heavy restoration. We just crossed over Byron Brook. So we're in Norwich right now on 395. I'm going to take the next exit, and that's going to be the end of the video pretty soon. As soon as I get off that exit. Yeah, the foliage, I would say the next couple of weeks are going to be critical. Wow, we're slowing way down here. I'm going to pass this guy. Don't know if there's some kind of a problem or whatever, but I want to get off the next exit. Dodd Stadium is up there, so I'm getting off exit 14. And if you're stuck with me for this long, if you're still watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. We covered a decent amount of territory and saw some pretty cool things. Thank you very much for coming along for the ride.